Welcome. Definitely realized I was muted. My bad. We're gonna go ahead and get right into some hard reads, man. If you guys have never been here, well, this is the show where we talk about all the hot shit that happens throughout, Smash. Usually it's on a weekly basis. Sometimes we'll miss a week or so or two, but this time we covered just this week. And this week we had Kongo Saga, and that we yielded some results of what MkLeo and his dominance, and then of course Maister, his Game & Watch, and how they've been like making waves and now forcing a lot more people complain. And then I tweeted out recently that I was going to talk about the current state of commentary within the Smash community. So yeah, bro, that's what we're doing today. Austy, what's up?
Not much, man. Not much. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Just, fucking like I got the second part of my tattoo done, so my arm kind of hurts. But
is it red on your arm? That's not blood, is it?
No, that's just the color of the tattoo.
Okay, I thought maybe you just got it, like it was fresh or something, Like,
yeah, but why would I just be letting it hang out and bleed like this?
I don't know.
You don't have any tattoos, do you?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay, all right. I was like, imagine you're just walking around with this bloody ass arm. Like, yeah, it was really good, bro. No, it's been about a day. You usually keep it wrapped for a couple of days or a day or two, and then and then you unwrap it and just put a bunch of stuff. It's shiny because there's like the tattoo healing ointment and stuff is on it.
It looks good, man.
Get in here. We about to go in. So first and foremost, Kongo Saga. It was great. Really enjoy. I enjoy champ tournaments. Like, they're not as far as like, esports. They're not there yet, and that's actually good because I really would like to have some more not esports events. Like I like having some grassroots events. You're allowed to be a little more loose on commentary. It's more of a homie time hangout and stuff like that. And I very much appreciate going to those type of events. So, that was pretty nice. To get a chance to commentate Kongo Saga, and it's super huge that it's the last big tournament. It kind of ended with like me and EE yet again. That's like the staple of Smash community and commentary, or at least one of the most liked duos in Smash community. So that was dope. And then how the top 8 just happened to be super interesting. With T getting in there on the winner side of things. We had T, we had Maister, we had MkLeo. Samsora beating Nairo right before 9th was kind of heartbreaking, but it was like right before top 8 was kind of heartbreaking, but it is what it is sometimes. All kind of great matches just happened throughout the event in general, but just being there, it was an experience.
I thought it was pretty interesting about they had Japanese players in top 8. They had 2 of them. Yeah. But the thing is, like, we had American players and then obviously Mexican players as well. That made it past them. So I don't know if this could help solidify it that we're better than Japan, but like, it's all up in the air still. It's only one tournament, it's only one result. Because I was talking up Ken last week and I don't even know what happened to him. Like,
I don't think Ken was even close to top 8, bro. Like,
no,
talking about, it's his first tournament, he's about to slap, and then
bro, I wanted him to.
Like, he didn't
what
slap
happened
whatsoever.
He got 65th. What?
He didn't slap at all, bro. Like. There was that thing. Astrotakes is correct. Apparently he had some issues, like personal issues going on, and then Para didn't she didn't really go into like super detail, but she did say bad things come in threes, and this is 3, and she was talking about his placing. So I don't know what happened before he got here or when he got here, or maybe just maybe like he got here and found some stuff out at home or something. But regardless, that personal issues will take you out the game. So
yeah, I mean it's all mental.
Yeah, no shade obviously on him, but he did get slapped. It is what it is. You got to call it like it is. He got slapped up.
It's just crazy because like in Japan, he gets first and second constantly. So to see him get that low of a placing, it's like something had to have been up, or he just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
he got slapped.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You'll get it back. You'll get him next time, Ken. But yeah, man, the top 8 just in general was pretty nice. No DeBuzz, which is kind of interesting because usually like DeBuzz makes it, but DeBuzz. Like Leia had to play DeBuzz to get into top 8, and Leia really handled DeBuzz in like a way where I wasn't expecting to. I thought it was going to be closer, but I think it was just a 3-0. Like that was it. Game & Watch or not Game & Watch. Olimar. I think maybe I saw Rosa in one of the games. I don't know if he actually went Olimar at all, but the Rosa came out, and that was all versus Greninja, who I talked about it earlier in the tournament. I feel like Greninja sometimes is like a very flowcharty character, but because he's so quick and he's so agile, like you still succumb to the flowchart. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And he's definitely got like a flowchart to him. You know, it's like, okay, I'm going to go for dash attack, down tilt, or nair at all percents. You know, like it's one of those things is going to come at you. But yeah, bro. What's crazy is that like I still to this day think he's hella underrated. I think he's not being played enough. I think he has the sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, Greninja's nice, bro. Like,
yeah, but no one plays him. Like, what is?
I mean, I think it's just because there's that flowchart method. Like, also just Greninja has some really really bad weaknesses. So like, you know, no hitbox on your up B is always going to be bad. Even though you can mix up your recovery, that's still bad. And then not having good out of shield options will almost always make people who are like looking at top tiers be like, this character's not that great. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
What are you going to do out of shield? You nothing. You back air big opponents and then you do nothing to everyone else. Like that's just it. So
all you got to do is employ the Venya strategy. You just don't shield, and then bam.
Well, yeah.
You just play mad aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think the biggest success story for the top 8 was definitely T. T getting in the top 8 on the winner side of things. Now, unfortunately, when he got in the top 8, he just went 0-2 in the top 8, but that guarantees him 5th place. It wasn't better than his Civil War placing, but it really goes to show you that T will. This is Link T, by the way, not like T the Pac-Man. T the Pac-Man didn't make it in the top 8, but
it's so confusing. But yeah,
yeah. So Link T, I think he does like one good tournament like every like year, and this was his good tournament. So we'll see if he's able to keep some consistency this year. But last year or the last time we saw him do that well was basically Civil War. So I mean, that was consistency.
I would love to see Civil War T come back again with like a considered bad character. That'd be really sick. But man, it sucks to go.
I don't know if I think Link he might have turned some heads with the way that he was playing Link. That neutral air.
Bro, neutral air kills.
That neutral air was like the best move in the game by far.
That move, when it comes out, that has so much knockback, and it lasts a year. When you get that soft knockback into combos, that shit nice.
Oh man, yeah. The amount of Nair usage was like, we already knew that like Nair was busted because online links, that's all they ever do. But I didn't think that you'd be able to get away with it offline. And he was like, nah, I'm gonna do it anyway, bro. I'm out here. I'm still on Wi-Fi. Like, really, it was really good. People were getting blown up by Nair today, man.
I mean, it's a good move, but it's gonna suck. I feel like getting 5th place from winner's side is like one of the worst placements out there, besides like 2nd. Like it just like you show up to top 8 and you go 0-2. Like it just because people only watch top 8 and that's their footage of you is you losing twice.
No, I feel you, because it's like you're basically guaranteed winners finals if you can win one more game and then you lose 2 straight. So
yeah.
Like, you guaranteed 3rd, and now you're getting 5th. So, but it is what it is. I mean, the competition was rough. He had to play against MkLeo, I think, as his first round. So that's just, that's
right.
That's always going to be a hard sell. I think another big success story from Kongo Saga was the fact that Tweek looks like he's back in his prime.
It was so refreshing. I love watching sets between him and Leo. They're so fun.
Yeah, man. Like I just like he looked really good that day. And I think another good thing that came out of Tweek playing so well was anytime Tweek did something super questionable, and now the meme that I'm about to push is just yelling Korean's name. just like every time Tweek goes to something outlandish, Korean? Like, hello?
Like it's his fault, like he's responsible.
Yeah, bro, he's the coach. Like, you gotta talk him out of that. You gotta talk him off the ledge. Like, you didn't talk him off the ledge for this. Like, I think I'm gonna go for this wild waff. Like, what Korean? Why didn't you tell him that was a bad idea? Like,
I just imagine Korean like, it's not my fault. Like his face, like
it was so good because Korean was actually sitting like the commentary setup was like basically in the crowd. So Korean was like sitting right here watching the game. So I actually turned to him and looked at me.
Make eye contact.
Oh man, that's good stuff. But yeah, man, overall, Tweek getting 2nd. He got 2nd, right? Yeah, he got 2nd.
Yes.
He almost took it to a set too. I mean, like in the 2nd set, he was dominating for those first 2 games too. So it was, I don't know. He almost took it to another set, but unfortunately, the MkLeo factor is always there, where you cannot count that man out until that last stock is gone. So, Yeah.
Another thing about Tweek that I noticed was him doing a Wario ditto with Gluttony. That was I just realized how little I see dittos in this game. Like, I don't see him that often. It was kind of like weird to see. I don't know how you feel about that, but like I very rarely see them. In the beginning we had Palu dittos, but then that faded out really quick.
Yeah, but he played Wario a lot through the top 8, so like yeah. I mean, like if he only did that against Gluttony, I would have like, damn, that was some BM. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like he played Wario through a lot of the top 8, so you know, I think he was just really about Wario. And dude, that set in itself was like, I know people are like, oh, set of the year. It's always easy to talk about set of the year when it's like the last set. But
right.
That was quite a set between them, man. Like, it was two false finishes at the end, and then I think it's just an SD. Like, that was anticlimactic how it ended, but 2 false finishes off the dash attack was wild. So yeah, you can't, as I said, as Snorley also said, he won every relevant set with his Wario. So it wasn't like he was trying to BM him. I think he just really was feeling his Wario that time, which is crazy because when he got there, he was basically saying he was gonna play Diddy and Joker. And I didn't see a single Diddy Joker match, but it's not like I followed him around. So, you know?
Yeah. Diddy. That's so bizarre.
Yeah. Well, I think it was maybe he was trying to be into the Kongo Saga spirit, but then he was probably like, wait, I can actually win. So it's like, wait a minute, I can actually win. So
wait, I just thought about that. So Kongo Saga is for Donkey Kong, and they flew out a bunch of Donkey Kongs. Did they fly out any Diddies? Is that a thing they did? Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't just for Donkey Kong. It was for Rare, basically. So there was...
Okay. Oh, so Banjo,
Kong,
too.
Diddy Kong, K-Rool, and Banjo.
Okay.
I think none of them got higher than 65th or something like that. Or so.
Well, if you count Rivers as Diddy Kong, I don't know.
Did he play Diddy Kong? Oh, yeah, no. I mean, that doesn't count, man. Like, you know, if Diddy Kong is that's his hard secondary. I got clapped too many times trying to plug Diddy Kong, right? But
yeah,
most of the...
He went Crom majority of the time.
Bodies, so.
Yeah.
Man.
Then there's like I was looking at Light getting 4th. That's pretty sick as well.
That was
like,
nice. That was nice.
It's refreshing because of how dominating Light was in the beginning, and then in the middle he's been kind of like messing around with Wolf a bit, not working out, goes back to Fox a bit. It wasn't working out, so I'm glad to see him back in the limelight. And the one that I thought was, it's crazy that Maister keeps doing this, but he got 3rd again. Like, how many top 3s has he been in the past like month alone? Like, it's been a lot.
Yeah, no, Light is nice, bro. It's crazy that he actually tried to pick up the well, not pick up, but he pulled out the Wolf, and it actually looked competent. He was doing some like, you know, he was mostly going for Wolf flash combos, which is like, you know, if you play Wolf for style, then like that's gonna be the flashiest thing you'll ever get. But for the most part, I mean, he still had effective neutral, so I'll give it up. But yeah, I mean, he had to go up against Maister, who's the next subject. Maister has taken this Game & Watch to another level. You know, Game & Watch, what was considered a trash character for a bit, you know, like when he first came out, everyone was complaining about forward air not being the credit card and his up air hitbox not like, you know, not being toot anymore. And now all the Game & Watches, or now everyone is just complaining about Game & Watch. So
he's the only one. That's another thing. Like, who else is doing anything with that character?
No, well, Vicky's trying to pick him up, and I'm actually annoyed. So we played friendlies, right? We're playing friendlies, and Vicky is like, yeah, I'm just trying to find a character that I can have fun with. And I was like, in what way? Because no one's gonna play with you now, so you have fun playing those damn computers. Those are Game & Watch and Yoshi, and there's like in Sonic are characters that like you will not sit down in a rotation and get someone to play you more than a set. Like that's just. Yeah, I'll make up any excuse to get up out of there. Like,
I mean, if you're trying to learn the matchup, you know,
nah,
like,
bro, I'm out.
You know,
nah, I'm good, man. Nah, man, I'll learn that matchup when it comes to the tournament, bro. I'm good. So,
I feel it.
Yeah, I'll make sure good on that. But anyway, and Lucas is up there too. But yeah, anyway, so his Game Watch popping off. His Game Watch popping off. His frame shots are dope. I like that. His usage of forward air is really nice, and how everyone keeps running into it. You know, basically the double forward air drop. He drops one super high to catch a jump, or he drops one low, and then he like ends up pressuring you because he lands at the same time. That's really nice. His up B usage, obviously, I think a lot of people just kind of forget that he's always going to up B out of shield, so they just. Like I feel like at a certain point in time, basically for like the first part of the match, for most people, they're like, all right, I'm playing around a shield. But then the match goes on long enough to where you're not in control, or even when you do win neutral, that you don't really get to do anything because Game Watch is going to up B out, that they start to forget that Game Watch is always looking for the up B. So they'll just start running into a shield all the time. And it's like, all right, well, rip.
It's the fact that he can just immediately act out of up B. Like, I think that's what makes it really strong. It kind of just feels like a double jump almost at that point. Like, it's not the same as like Sonic's up B, where there's a little bit of lag and he's kind of in like he doesn't have as much control. Like the Game Watch up B is just a really good like see ya, like get out of jail free card. Like there's not much you can do against that besides, even if you bait it out, he's still like
there's only so few characters that can punish it in this game with a super high double jump or new regular jump or double jump up air. But even so, you have to like be ready. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to know that up B is coming and that you have to punish it. It's not even like on reaction. I think that's mostly like, I just believe this is happening, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot in Smash. Like there's a lot of stuff that you can't react to because of like how quick these attacks come out. But like I was thinking Falco. Could Falco get up there and back air him, or would like the hitbox from up B like knock him out? I've never actually experimented with that.
I think the back air might be too slow. But yeah, I haven't experienced it. So I had to like sit down with the Game Watch and be like, all right, let me see. Can you just up B my shield, and then I'm gonna try to jump out and back air you. And if it hits, then it hits, and if it doesn't, then it's not real.
Man, I wish Nintendo had good training mode, dude. If I could just like record inputs, that's all I would need.
Pushblock, so fun. Well, Wood says he can up air it, and from all the times that I've played Wood, he has a Game Watch. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Up air is pretty quick. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean it's like you're basically ascending with that move. You're just you jump, hit up A, like it should be able to connect. But either way. Yeah, that character still got some sauce, and it's going to be a while until people figure it out. But that's just the law of the land, basically. That's just how it is when you're playing against some Game & Watch. But moving on to our next subject, man. I tweeted out earlier today that I tweeted out about a week ago that I was going to talk about. Well, I told you also last week that I was going to talk about the current state of commentary, because I've seen a lot of complaining recently, coming in from. Mostly SoCal commentators, which is kind of interesting, but just commentators in general. I mean, I think there needs to be like an understanding that like this really isn't for everybody. And I'm not trying to gatekeep or anything. I'm just, that's facts. Like there's only so much area for people to thrive in the same area. And that goes for like every layer of commentary. I feel like there's always people who are like one or two tiers down throwing like shade at like the top, I don't know, like the top 5 people that are commentating said game because they're not there yet, but they have no reason to be there because they're not bringing anything to the table. Like for instance, like currently I'm trying to hop into Tekken commentary, right? What I bring to the table for Tekken commentary is just a newer look at things. Most of the people in Tekken commentary are old heads. They have a lot of knowledge from like various games. I didn't get into Tekken until Tekken 7. So I have questions to ask. And I'm sure I have questions that people from the chat are going to ask. So I end up being the new guy who's kind of funny, who also, it has like a thirst for like knowledge and stuff like that. So like, I have a way to describe my own style. However, I've only been in Tekken since it came out. So it's been about 2 years now. It would be outrageous for me to complain that I'm not getting the same gigs as Tasty Steve or Markman or Rip, who have been doing this for years, like literal years. And then I come through 2 years later and I'm like, man, I'm just as good as those guys. How come I'm not doing a Tekken World Tour? It is as simple as it has already been solved. Like you already have the people that you can lean on. You already have the people that are guaranteed to do well, the people that are guaranteed to make an experience for the viewer. So what is the point of like looking for someone new that you're not sure of is bringing anything new to the table instead of using the people that you have? Like, it's wild to me that like this is still like an issue within mostly the Smash community, where people think that like, oh, I can work for like a year or so and then I should be way up, at the top. I should be getting Genesises. I should be getting Frostbite top 8s. Everyone who's with me in this area that I'm in, basically like me, EE, Coney, Kataro, we've all been working for 10 years. Now I went the hardest, or me and D1 went the hardest because we quit, our day jobs to pursue this. And then EE went like the second hardest because he quit his day job like a year after I did mine. But, we quit. We like traveled the world, even for tournaments that like didn't even have the game that we were going. We were just trying to make connections and stuff like that. Lost a lot of money in the first like 7 years and things like that. And I don't see that same grind for a lot of new commentators now. Go to your locals and commentate and whatnot, but also what are you doing outside of that? Like, are you putting out any videos? Are you streaming? Are you putting your name out there more than just once a week? And the answer to most new commentators is no, I'm not. Like, I go to my local, I commentate like 4 sets, and then I go home. But I'm not like practicing. I'm not doing any videos. I'm not showing up on anybody's stream. I'm not showing up on my own stream. So basically, you expect to get to the top off of 4 hours of work every week, while the rest of us are working still, like harder than you. We have better connections, and we're still keeping ourselves in the public eye by streaming. So it is a very, very interesting like level of entitlement that I've seen lately for newer commentators that I don't fuck with. And I don't really care if they end up like not liking me after this, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to be in the same spot and you're still going to be mad as hell that I'm there. So I don't know. Like it's weird, man. I don't know if you got any thoughts to that, but you can go ahead and chime in.
That was definitely a TK rant moment. My thoughts are, I think it comes down to them not understanding the grind. I think it's to their eyes, Ultimate's a brand new game. Everyone should start from scratch, or they don't understand how much effort the top dogs have like done back in the day before they jumped in. To give you an example, I know multiple commentators who we've talked about this before in the past, who have complained about not getting paid to commentate when it's literally their first year commentating. And Smash commentary is not profitable.
It's not profitable.
It is definitely, you do it for the passion. You do it for the love of the game. You don't pursue Smash commentary because you're trying to make a living off of Smash commentary. You can pursue Smash commentary in order to try to boost your brand or jump into other stuff, or like get practice for other things. But like, if you're just trying to make a name for yourself by just commentating Smash and that's it, nothing else, you will not get anywhere in no matter how much time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's the biggest reason why I did so much. Like, I mean, Smash commentary, like the money I'm getting paid now is pretty nice. But at the same time, if I was only doing Smash commentary, nah. And that's why I tried to branch out in other games and do hosting and do regular event work and stuff like that. But, it started as just Smash commentary and streaming. And together that allowed me to do like the bare minimum. But like now that I'm doing Smash commentary, streaming, fighting game commentary, event hosting and stuff like that, it all comes together as one package of like sustainable money. So, yeah.
Right. And I think they just don't understand that. They don't like look beyond, to see what else is out there. They just see, they have a very low scope of like what they've accomplished with the commentary, thinking that they're hot shit. Even if they are really good commentators, that's not enough. But they think that's all it takes, is just to be good at commentary. And then you should get top 8 like that. That's it. But that's not how life works. That's not how life works in any field, anywhere.
But, like, the other thing is that like my other big part of that rant is that like a lot of commentators are not bringing anything to the table that is making them memorable. So to me, they aren't good. Like, I think that there's only like 10, like I think 10% of the people who will call themselves or put commentator in their bio for Smash are actually good. And there's passable commentators and then there's really bad commentators. But for the most part, I think there's like a crazy amount of just passable, all right, this guy's getting the job done commentators, but he's not like, I'm not like looking for his next event to find out when they're going to commentate again. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, and I'm sure there's certain people that feel that way about me, and I don't care, because like I've been proving myself years ago. You know what I'm saying? But I know that like if I was on the proving grounds of things, that like the confidence that I have now is not the confidence that I had 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It took a bit. It took like a couple Evos before I was like, all right, I might be nice. But like until then, like I'm still very humble about it. Like I still don't see myself a celebrity or anything like that. I just know that I'm a guy who is very entertaining to listen to when they're talking about Smash. And like, if you can't describe yourself as very entertaining to listen to as you're talking about Smash, then you've already started on the wrong foot, in my opinion. But I don't know. Right.
And a lot with commentary, it's subjective, right? Like there'll be people that'll be like, I like this guy more than this guy, or I think this guy's the best, or this person's amazing. But like when it comes down to it, there definitely is that line where someone is like a good commentator or a bad commentator, and it's the same as acting. Like, there's a difference between good actors and bad actors. You might have your favorite actor who you think is the best actor, but that comes down to subjectiveness. But you know for a fact who's good and who's bad based on information that they portray through their acting or commentating or anything of the matter. So yeah, I think we're on the same page here.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, and I had another thing to address. It was that Zero tweet where he was talking about that the commentators were too clicky. That was misguided. That was definitely, he said the commentators were too clicky, and that's why he stopped doing commentary. That was misguided. The reason why anyone was ever upset with Zero, not to say that anyone was actually upset with Zero for commentating. It wasn't the fact that he was commentating. Like, we like celebrity commentaries and stuff, but just don't do it for free. That shit is disrespectful. Like, don't do work that people are doing for money for free and expect them to be like, wow, this is okay. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, that doesn't fly in any industry ever. Like, if an artist was getting paid, I guess the rights for the Genesis 7 artwork or whatever, and then Zero comes through and he's like, don't worry, I'll do it for free. And then he's actually pretty decent in their art. And they're like, all right, that's dope. The artist is also going to be upset. Like, you don't work for free. Like, that's the biggest form of undercutting ever. Anytime there's an industry or a job that should be done for money or can be done for money, anyone trying to undercut you, I mean, undercutting is going to happen, but at least undercut you for some fucking money and not for free. That is devaluing the entire, devaluing the entire commentary career, really. And it's interesting to me that like you're willing to like devalue the commentary career while also everyone's continuing to shit on commentary and how like, oh, blah blah blah, like, why are we even care about commentators, blah blah blah. And then you have celebrity and guest commentators, now everyone's in love with them. So yeah, just don't undercut. Like, that's not no one cares that he was commentating. He should honestly come back to well, I don't know about Ultimate anymore. He has kind of shown disinterest in it, but if he wanted to come back and commentate, then yeah, do it. Just get some money while you're doing it. I don't understand why, like, and someone actually said that to him and he just kind of like glanced by it. And I was like, that's why I'm not going to say anything on the tweet, because I don't feel like getting into an argument with Zero when basically the only reason anyone was ever upset was that you were undercutting us to the max. Don't undercut like anybody ever, or at least don't take someone's job and do it for free and expect them to be like, wow, that's cool. Like, yeah, that's cool. Like, I've been hired for 10 years straight, but you just come in after, 1 year. Now you're doing it for free. That's great. So, and it's the whole know your value thing too. Like, because like, if someone's like a complete nobody and jumps onto the mic for free, like that's understandable. But like Zero has a name, he has a brand, he could easily get money to jump on the mic. And he could have made dumb money, boy. Yeah. What the? I'm sure he already did, just from brand awareness, because he gets a lot of money off his stream. But that's not the point. It's the fact that he's hurting the pool by doing that. So yeah. So we covered this with HBox like months ago too. So this is nothing new, Yeah, but the thing is, I actually told HBox and he stopped doing that. I feel like I don't think I can get through to Zero like that. I feel like if I try to bring him to Zero, he's just gonna just say I'm hating, and I'm just like, no, I just want you to respect the value of our jobs. But that's probably not gonna happen. So. It's hard to get through to him sometimes because he's like kind of distanced himself from the scene in general, So I don't know if that's part of that. Have you talked to him in person about it? No, I mean, I don't see him anymore. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we don't see him. So like I don't need to be. It doesn't need to be in person though. Like I could just we could Skype, we could Discord, we could DM, we could do anything. Like there's ways for us to talk. I'm just saying that, like, I don't think from the few times that I've talked to Zero before about certain issues, I just don't feel like he's receptive if it's a combating issue. And this is a combating issue. So I'm just not gonna, like, there's no reason for me to do it anymore. Like he doesn't want to do anything commentary wise anymore. He doesn't want to do anything Smash anymore. I don't have to worry about anything. I didn't have to worry about anything before because the only jobs that he was doing were jobs that I wasn't taking anyway. But the thing is, like, that needs to be said that, like, don't try to label us as like we were upset with you just because you're commentating, because that's not true. No one cares that you're commentating. We would love for you to actually do it more. We're upset that you're doing it for free, which is devaluing the role in the job as a commentator. And that is why people are upset. So
yeah. Hard agree.
Yeah, man. I don't know. That's all, bro. So with that being said, you know, I put the whole thing out there, bro. Like, just if you're a new commentator, man, you got a lot of work to do. I worked 7 straight years for free before I started making any type of money off of Smash. And then when I first started making money, it wasn't even enough to justify, like, it wasn't even enough to justify, like, the flight and the hotel and stuff. Like, we drove to UFGTX. That is a 12-hour drive from Maryland, okay? And that was part of the grind. And I did the whole drive because Gimmer sucks at distance driving. He gets in the car and like after 30 minutes, he's like, oh man, I'm falling asleep, man. And I'm like, God, all right, just get out the car, bro. Just get out the car. So yeah, like for the first 7 years, I mean, I worked for free. I had to, you know, get myself out to a lot of places. I had a couple people that housed me for free, and, you know, big shouts to them. But I had to get myself out. I had to save my money and do the same grind that everyone else is doing now. And I definitely did not expect to get through to where I was at in 2 years. In fact, I didn't even expect to get where I was at until I realized that, like, this is possibly a thing I could possibly make money off of. But yeah, for the first 7 years, nah, that was not a thing. So anyway, work harder, not smarter. Anyway, I will. And yeah, I said work harder, not smarter, because, like, working smarter means people probably going to shit on you. Like, when you work smart, you find your avenues, and everyone's going to say you're cloud chasing. So just work hard. Like, just
work hard. And also
just work harder, bro.
The number one tip I could give new commentators is literally what do you bring to the table? Like, you've already said it, but just what do you bring to the table? That's it. I think that's find what you're good at, and then grind like hell.
Well, you know what? I think there was so DM asked me this question about my streaming. This is why I think I never became a good streamer. So he had asked me this question, and he was basically like, who are you and why should I watch your stream? Like, those are 2 questions. He said, if you can't answer those questions, you'll never be successful. And I've never been able to answer that question and keep that answer consistent. Because, like, you know, I'm me, and I like the variety stream, but, like, what brings you to this variety stream in place of anybody else's variety stream? I don't know yet. So I think that, like, commentators also have to be like, who are you and why should people want to listen to you? And if you can't answer that question, well, then you need to start the journey of finding a way to answer that question, you know, and believing in it. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my final words.
DM said the same thing to me. Like, that's it's a very powerful statement, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm about to quit right now, to be honest.
Oh, come on. All right, get us out of here, man.
All right, man. That was it for Hard Reads, boys. Next week will probably be like a pseudo almost Christmas episode. Maybe not the next week. I don't know. We'll figure out what we're gonna do next week.
Christmas
we got a whole week.
It's in 2 weeks. Oh no.
Yeah, but, like, also, like, it's on a Thursday. When is Christmas?
It's on a Wednesday.
It's on a Wednesday. Oh, yeah. We're gonna have a Christmas episode. Oh,
Christmas episode with the Santa hats.
I think I have one around here. All right, so Christmas episode of Hard Read. So we'll figure out something else to talk about on the 18th. But the next episode will be on the 18th. We enjoy you guys hanging out. I might stream again, but before I do that, I'm going to go put ice on my arm because it's very swole. And I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. If you really like this, make sure you go ahead and follow Hard Read so you know that we're up every Wednesday. They have other shows too. So if you're interested in other games, they have a League show. They have like a COD show or a CSGO show. Definitely check it out as well. And if you want to find this video, it will be on my YouTube. But if you want to listen to it on podcast version, it will be on Apple iTunes very soon. Thanks for watching. Austin, you got any final words?
I don't know. Make good choices. I don't know.
All right. Goodbye.